Thank you, Lescan Corla. I suppose it's about 15 years ago, in a town beside me in Ballinamore, there was a refugee centre opened up, and there came families from Africa, from different parts of Eastern Europe, all over the place, and they came into a little hotel. And in that, which was actually a condemned hotel at the time, an old hotel, and those whole families in one room. And it struck me, how do we treat people who come here looking for refuge, looking for a safe place? And it really was something that, over the couple of years that I dealt with them and worked with them, and some of the most tremendous people, people of huge ability, of huge intellect, how they were there getting €19 a week, sitting in a room with nothing, feeling isolated and left alone. And I felt that Ireland as a place, the Ireland of 1,000 welcomes, certainly didn't display that welcome to these people. And we had the same in Butlins, and we had the same in many other of these places up and down the length and breadth of the country. And if that is how we treat people who come here, we have a problem. Because Ireland, of all places, have sent millions of our people to every corner of the earth, scattered them everywhere, through conflict, through, I suppose, poverty mainly is the main reason people left down the centuries. And yet, when people come here looking for the kind of refuge and the kind of sanctuary that so many places offered our people, we treat them so badly. So that's just one of the points that I think we need to make in all of this, that while we're looking at a crisis today in Calais and talking about taking these 200 children in, which certainly we have to do with a heart and a half, and has been said earlier, the 800 families who have already registered with the Irish Red Cross have that heart and a half, and it is my belief that 8,000 more families would have it if it was put to them would they do it. They certainly would. So, the Irish people are a generous people. The Irish people want to do something for these children. They want to do something for these people, many of whom have travelled the length and breadth of continents for safety, for refuge. And we as a government, we as an assembly here, have the opportunity to represent those people, to represent the people that elect us and to do the right thing by them. And the right thing to do by them is, first of all, in the context of this crisis, is to take these 200 children here into Ireland and ensure that they are looked after properly, that their abilities is given everything that can be given to flourish and to cherish a great country that we have. Because all of them people will be an asset to Ireland. They are not a burden. They are not a burden to this country. They are an asset to this country. They are what we need. Ireland, above all other places in the world, has been a country that has had its people scattered around the globe. Let's do something back. Let's stand up and say that we will not be found wanting, that we will ensure that the Irish people do not be let down by the government. And really, above all else, it's down to the people in the public gallery here, many of whom, and I know Mary is up there, who spent time in Calais, and she's somebody who I have great respect for the work that she done, working with those children. And there's many, many others, ordinary people from Ireland that went out there and done their best. And they need us now to step up to the mark. And the one thing that's just stopping it is the Cabinet. The Cabinet of the government are the ones that have to make this decision. While we can come in here and talk about it, at the end of the day, and I put this to the ministers that are before us, you are the people that can make this happen. You have the choice to ensure that you put it to the French government that we will take these people now. Many of them, while they say they want to go to Britain because they are English-speaking, they want to go to any English-speaking country. They will come here if we make it welcome and open for them to come. But apart from that, over the next period of time, and the reason why I started my contribution was about the past and what has happened over the last number of years and decades that we have been taking refugees into Ireland, we have to look past this. We can deal with this crisis, but there is no point in dealing with this crisis if we do not, over the next number of years, ensure that refugees that come to this country are dealt with in a much more appropriate way than we have been dealing with them up to now.